just numb the pain. I don't really wanna feel, I'm going insane. If I could just control my mind, I wouldn't need to run and hide. If I could show you all inside, then you would know what hell is like. Then you would know what hell is like. Goddamn, I'm blown away. What the hell just happened here today? One thing leading to another, run for cover. Trouble comes my way. Try me in, but I don't wanna play. Can you wake me up when all this is over? It's kinda funny how this all got brought up now. You've been smearing my name all over this town. It's kinda funny we were fine just minutes before. You always have to wreck it. I'm not the one to mess with. I'm not the one to mess with. You always have to wreck it. Can you wake me up when all this is over? I'm not crazy, I'm just out of my mind. A little nervous, no thanks to you. I keep walking through your warpath. No sense to take it all back. I think we're finally through. I think we're finally through. I've been a mess for days. Why the hell am I the one to blame? For all your bullshit I never asked for anyway. It's kinda funny how this all got brought up now. You've been smearing my name all over this town. It's kinda funny we were fine just minutes before. You always have to wreck it. I'm not the one to mess with. I'm not crazy, I'm just out of my mind. A little nervous, no thanks to you. I keep walking through your warpath. No sense to take it all back. I think we're finally through. You can stop what you started. Mad at me 'cause you're broken hearted. Don't take this out on me. Don't take this out on me. Can you wake me up when all this is over? I'll tell you 1,000 more times I haven't got anything to lose. Just keep on acting this way. No one will ever get close to you. I'm not crazy, I'm just out of my mind. A little nervous, no thanks to you. I keep walking through your warpath. No sense to take it all back. I think we're finally through. You can stop what you started. Mad at me 'cause you're broken hearted. Don't take this out on me. Don't take this out on me.
And you, I hate your friends and they hate me too. I'm through. This that hackle bummer anthem, turn it up and throw a tantrum. This that. This that hackle bummer anthem, turn it up and throw a tantrum. This that throw up in your Birkin bag, hooked up with someone random. This that social awkward suicide that by your lips and by your likes. I swear she had a man, but shit hit different. on your head, and I'm down and depressed. All I want is your head on my chest, at your feet. I'm 11 minutes away, and I have missed you all day. I'm 11 minutes away, so why aren't you here? You're 11 minutes away, and I have missed you all day. You're 11 minutes away, so why aren't you here? Tell me what you need. I can make you more than what you want. Come and lay the roses on the floor. Every single Sunday, don't get bored. I just wanna freeze. I can give you more than what you want. Now I see you standing all alone. I never thought the world would turn to stone. So call me stupid, call me sad. You're the best I've ever had. You're the worst I've ever had. And that keeps fucking with my heart. 11 minutes away, and I have missed you all day. I'm 11 minutes away, so why aren't you here? You're 11 minutes away, and I have missed you all day. You're 11 minutes away, so why aren't you here? So why aren't you here?
For your weekly dose of the podcast where anything goes. I'll have you know.
There's a
Appreciate it.
problem, like people expect it from us that know us,
Yeah.
not the. Hey, sorry guys. Good
Hi guys.
evening, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to another I'll Have You Know podcast with myself, Kev, and the man over there, Jace.
What's up, boys, girls, chicks, trans?
What's going on? What's fuck's sake, what's going on tonight then, Jace? What are we talking about, dude?
Music. Talk about music tonight. Yeah. A little bit of fucking tunes, some music that we listen to, bands, inspirational shit,
Yeah.
all that sort of thing that music kind of strives around.
Okay, that's cool. That is fucking cool. So where should we start? Why, like, obviously music's been generated. Like, nobody can literally put a pinpoint on when
No.
music fucking started. No,
Age
I don't
old
care
shit.
what any fucking scientists say or anything like that. It's literally Natalia, Alice, welcome in. Hope you're all
What's up,
well.
guys?
Fuck you, Alice. Just putting it out there.
So, yeah, like music's been a thing in all different cultures, dawn of time basically, but it depends on your genre, I suppose.
Genre, yeah. So we're like, yeah, but like, if I showed you my playlist, you'd call me a fucking weirdo. Like, I've got different ranges of music. You know, I can listen.
I
to
do
anything.
too.
There's certain bits of music that I can tolerate, and there's certain music that I'm not really like full on into, if you get what I mean. But
Yeah.
I always try and give something a go. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can go
That
from
was
one
Steven.
level to the other. Like, literally one level. I can listen to fucking literally pure death metal, fucking roaring.
I do
songs.
too. I like a lot of rock music, heavy metal, black metal.
Yeah.
Some black metal, not too much black metal. That shit's overly too
Some of it
topish.
gets out of control. Some of it's like ridiculous, but some of it.
Yeah,
There's
like
a band that I've been listening to recently called sorry guys, I should have fucking wrote this down, but it's like people would look at it, it's Slaughter to Prevail, and it's the Russian guy. He's called fucking Terrible Alex or something, and they wear these fucking masks. It's a bit like Slipknot, but they wear these fucking devil masks and that. And dude, the fucking music's fucking phenomenal, and it's all roaring. It's all fucking.
See,
deep,
I like
heavy
stuff like
roaring.
that. On the basis of Slipknot, everybody knows who Slipknot is, right?
Love Slipknot.
They're a heavy metal band. They've got a little bit of MC behind them.
Yeah.
They've got they do have some common music as well. Like Corey Taylor, lead singer of Slipknot, a fucking phenomenal guy. Now he leads both.
Dude, his voice
Slipknot,
is phenomenal. I just have to put that
absolutely
out there.
fucking mental. His son's voice as
Have
well.
you seen the size of the cunt's fucking throat as well, man?
He's a big
his
fucking
neck.
yeah. He's one of the most like I've met Slipknot. I've met Corey Taylor about 7 or 8 times, and he's one of the most fucking down to earth hipster guys you've ever met. He's a fucking hard cunt too, but he's
but he seems like
guy.
he's genuine. He genuinely seems like
Yeah,
he's
he's 100%. He's actually one of the most emotional guys you've ever met too.
Yeah.
But Corey Taylor on Slipknot were wearing the masks. Another band that wears masks, and they're quite similar to Slipknot, and it's called Mushroom Head.
Yeah, I've heard
And
of it.
Mushroom Head are fucking good, really good band. You know,
Didn't Mushroom Head like start wearing masks before Slipknot?
Slipknot's actually been around since '97. I think
Yeah, but that
Mushroom.
was before Corey Taylor, though, wasn't it?
That was I can't remember the original singer.
No,
I can't remember who
I
that
couldn't
was.
for the life of you tell me who it was. No.
No, the majority of the band stayed the same. I mean, obviously, you've got Paul who died years and years ago.
Yeah.
And then you've got Joey Jordison who died just this year, and he was the drummer. Joey Jordison
Which
was known
a
for
massive shock. Massive
yeah.
shock. to be
No,
honest.
he was the
I
drummer.
mean, Paul
in,
killing himself was a massive shock anyway. So.
yeah, the drugs thing kind of yeah.
It's the industry,
Corey-
though, dude. It's fucking scary.
It
man.
is. It is 100% from the dawn. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like Joey Jordison when he died, it rocked Slipknot. But I mean, Joey Jordison was in 2 bands, just like Corey Taylor was. So Corey Taylor, Slipknot, and Stone Sour. Yeah, and Joey Jordison was Slipknot and Dope, and they were known for singing "Die Motherfucker Die," which is a great tune.
All right. It sounds it.
It is. It's catchy as fuck. Honest to God, if anybody wants to write that shit down, Dope. Die Motherfucker Die. It is so good, and it gets you hyped up too because the beat and the riff and everything is amazing. You know.
Yeah. That's what I like. And like a lot of people will say, "How can you listen to that shit? It's fucking you can't understand them." But to be honest, like some of these bands, whether you can't understand them, have actually got some of the best fucking lyrics that I've ever heard written. None of this fucking mumble rap shit. Do you know what I mean? It's like they've literally wrote the best, most fucking emotional, like fucking heartwarming, like it really fucking hits you in the chest. You know, and
What's
that's
that,
what I
Nathan?
love lyrics, man. Hey, Steve as well. Nave's in. Nice one.
On the basis of that, so there's a band that I listen to, and this is heavy metal. Like this is it's heavy metal. They're a Viking band. They're called Amon Amarth. All right. Now they're quite deep on deep throat singing, like heavy metal stuff, and some stuff you can hear through the lyrics, and the lyrics are so good. They're amazing. Like they only sing about Viking shit, right? Old school stuff. The new album was pretty fucking amazing. I think one of their best albums was Twilight of the Thunder God. The second album probably Fate of Norns, but the bands like that have deep screaming voices, it's only really there as a sort of backing, because what you're listening to when you see people bands like that is it's the guitar riff and it's the music and it's the instrument that kind of flares out the sort of quality of that sort of different tune or different song or whatever it is you're listening to, you know.
Definitely, that's what gets me. That's like I love like a the music break and stuff, like, you know, when they're playing a massive riff and then they fucking cut out and then they come back in. Can't remember the exact name of it. I'm just totally, I knew exactly what it was and it's just left my mind. But that kind of shit, really, you know, when you're like, fucking, this is amazing, and they stop, it's like, what the fuck, and then they come straight back in. It's like Korn used to do it really well and stuff like that, you know.
I liked Korn back in the day. I mean, like, if anybody was to listen to Amon Amarth for the first time, they'd be like, what is this? I'm not sure, because of the screaming. But I'd recommend listening to either Fate of Norns Twilight of the Thunder God, and they're two songs. Their albums as well. They're two songs, and from one of their new albums, it's First Kill.
Yeah,
Phenomenal fucking band, and honestly, their album, the First Kill album, from the first song all the way to the last song, it's like a whole massive storytelling. So if you watch the videos, it's from start to finish. There's maybe 12 songs on the album, and it's one massive music video, one massive storytelling sort of genre. It's amazing.
You know who did that well as well, and it's a completely different genre. It was the Streets, Mike Skinner. Pirate Radio, Pirate. What was the first album called? Original Pirate Material. That was a whole fucking story. Do you know what I mean? The whole album was a story, and that's lyrical fucking genius in my eyes. Freak on a Leash was great. Nate, Follow the Leader album is unreal.
Have you on the basis of Pirate? You said you like the whole sailor thing. You've been in the Navy. One of, and I don't know if you've listened to the band. It's oh shit! It's just went out of my head there.
See, this is what happens when we go into waffle mode. We haven't wrote anything.
Yeah,
down.
So they sing the likes of Keyhold and Captain Morgan's Revenge. Ailstorm, that's the name. Ailstorm.
Okay.
So Ailstorm are really good pirate metal.
I know them. Yeah, dude. I know.
They're fucking good. Like, they're phenomenal. They are really good.
Yeah, definitely. It's cool. But I like the whole like premise of a story inside music. Do you know what I mean?
I did. Freaking on a Leash. Yeah, no, Nathan, that was a great song. Korn did a pretty good metal version too, and I know what everybody's going to say here. A lot of cover music. Some of it can be good, some of it can be bad. Right now, Korn, they did a pretty good metal version of Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd. Obviously, you're never going to beat Pink Floyd's originalities of song.
No.
Bubba Flex, that's another good band. They did a good Pink Floyd remix as well, and that was Hey You. Great remix, fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I've just I don't know if I think I mentioned to you yesterday. I've literally, not that I've never heard it before, but I've just got into listening again to Johnny Cash. I think the guy's a fucking genius, and he did a cover which was Hurt by Nine Inch Nails. And he did the cover of that.
Steve, if you're still listening here, that's 100% fine. 100% you can come play with us on Call of Duty after this.
Anytime, dude. You've just got a fucking ass, man. But not just ask, just let us know if you want to play. What was I saying? Yeah, so Johnny Cash did the version of Nine Inch Nails is Hurt. Now, he did it that fucking well. And if you haven't seen the music video, I'd suggest watching the music. Johnny Cash Hurt.
Yeah, great tune. Did you say Johnny Cash did the thing for Nine Inch Nails?
He did.
The original.
9 Inch Nails did the original. 9 Inch Nails did the original.
Okay.
Right. So he did the remake, not the remake. They call it something else in music, don't they? It's the not copy. What's the fucking word, man? If you're going to copy another band's song and not copy it, but you do your own thing with it, it's not called a remake. It's called
It's still a cover. It's just
a cover. Exactly. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah, cover. So he did that, and then I think the guy I think he's called Trent or something from Nine. Is it Trent or the lead singer?
Honestly, Nine Inch Nails, I haven't listened to a lot of them.
Anyway, he turned around and said, "This isn't my song anymore. This is Johnny Cash's," because he did that well with it. And I think
Johnny Cash, like a lot of people don't realize, right? Everybody knows who Marilyn Manson is, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
I love Marilyn Manson. I don't give a fuck the controversy he's got on right now. I'm kind of close in sexual prowess as he is. And I love Marilyn Manson and all his music and shit. Now, he did Personal Jesus. He did a really good version of it.
This sex thing that you're talking about?
Well, Marilyn Manson.
No, just sex in general. What's that? Dude, it's been fucking wild, man.
Yeah, so everybody knows him doing Personal Jesus, but the original of that was actually Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash's Personal Jesus was the original song, because back when Johnny Cash first started, it wasn't what he is now. Because everything back in, what was it, 1950, for that sort of country music, it was all Christian rock. You had to be singing about God. You had to be doing this Christian crap, basically. But when when he came in to do, and it even showed when Joaquin Phoenix did it on the film.
Yeah,
They were in the music
great film,
studio.
by the way. Great fucking
Yeah,
film.
absolutely great film, great biopic, and they did that absolutely fucking on point. And that one whole part in the studio was actually real. When they went in and like, well, okay, fine, we're not going to get a place. And then Johnny Cash thought he'd sing one of his original songs, and that got the number one hit. And then it progressed. And Johnny Cash is who he is now. I mean, he's dead, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
He's a fucking amazing singer. Absolutely.
But the thing is, when he did the cover of what I was saying, that the song "Hurt," which is actually my favorite Johnny Cash fucking song, even though it was a cover, it's still my favorite Johnny Cash song.
I like a lot of his old music, you know.
Dude, I've been listening to it in the shop like all day, and we had it on yesterday all day, and even like the other boys in the shop were like, "This is so fucking chilled," and this is like relax. You know, we were relaxing and chilling to it. Where usually we got like, we've got fucking gangster rap on, or we got something else on. It's like such a mix.
We're talking about music, so it's going to be a back and forth on different genres. We're not going to stick to the one genre and go down the list. So jump into the whole gangster rap thing, right? I don't like a lot of it. However, I like original stuff. So if you got Machine Gun Kelly, fuck that guy. He's a fucking weird cunt. I mean, his eyes looks like my fucking black curtains. He's a weird fucking predator. And so is his bird, by the way, Megan Fox. You fucking manky looking cunt. Anyway, I don't like the likes of Machine Gun Kelly or anything like that. Anders Coles Finney was the original Slipknot. I would never remember that.
Nope. But what was that like? I grew up with gangster rap, and it was I grew up with NWA, Public Enemy. That was like
So I mean, I didn't grow up listening to gangster rap,
but you've heard of it, haven't you? That was like
I liked it. I liked the likes of Tupac, DMX, Biggie Smalls. But I've got a sort of like, on my playlist, I've got some proper unorthodox rap music. So like, for instance, a new age rapper that's just came out, and nobody will sign him because he sings out against the government and conspiracies and stuff like that. And his name's Tom McDonald. So if anybody wants to listen to a guy that's had so many death threats because he sings against the government, and so many death threats on anything because he sings on truth and racism and all that sort of shit, he's against it all, but he really does shed the light. And it's Tom McDonald. Honest to God, listen to him. Fantastic fucking rapper. But another one is Necro.
Sorry, mate, I really butted in.
That's all right. Fine, go for it.
No, I was going to move on to something else, but carry on with what you were saying.
Well, just on the basis of gangster rap, Necro and Vinnie Praz. Them two are like Tom McDonald. So Vinnie Praz is like Tom McDonald in the respects of going against the government, and he raps about it. Necro is a little out there on every aspect of everything.
The name
says it all. Honestly, there's a song on it, Necro, and the song is "I Need Drugs," right? So the song itself says it all, but the video is fucking brutal. It's real bums that they find in the street, and they're injecting themselves, and it's like fucking, it's mental. It's weird.
That's crazy.
It's a good fucking rap band, you know.
But then you go from likes of like I was going on about like growing up with NWA, where gangster rap really kind of started, and Public Enemy and stuff like that, and Dr. Dre, you know, all that kind of stuff. But then you're going into this world of this new era of fucking mumble rap that I can't cope with, mate, because like the reason personally why it fucking annoys me is there's no lyrical fucking geniusness to it. It's literally
it's mumble, like you said. It's like you could be singing a whole verse, and all of a sudden it's like I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You having a fucking
it makes
fit?
No sense. And the song, like
Eminem's did that. He's went from being like, I like this older music. His middle kind of genre music a couple of years back was all. I mean, it was all right, but this new age shit that he's brought out is fucking garbage. It's generally monkey.
But obviously, it's appealing to who's like in this fucking shit. You know, you got like Takeshi 69 or whatever he's called.
Yeah, fuck
like,
that cunt too,
dude. But he's
a grass.
It's just, yeah, I know. It's just fucking.
How's he not been killed?
It'll happen, mate. I'm sure of it.
I hope this video reaches that fucking cunt, and I hope you die.
For fuck's sake. But what I'm saying is there's no, and you hear it with a lot of I can't remember some of the female ones that are there, like Cardi B and stuff like. I think it's Cardi B, is it? Like she's like, you look at some of their song lyrics and you can put lyrics out there that are like complete fucking waffle with this mumble rap. Then you've got lyrics like I'm saying, like a Johnny Cash lyric or a Corey Taylor fucking lyric. This fucking waffle mumble rap's winning fucking awards for their lyrics, and it's like there's nothing there.
Yeah, but look who's giving them the fucking awards, and look who's voting for them. It's kids that are jumping out of high school that can't even fucking spell. It's no wonder they listen to mumble rap. It's the only fucking thing they can do that has any sort of fucking prowess and intelligence.
Yeah, but the problem is, as soon as that's winning like awards, more and more people are doing that shit. So more and more fucking waffle raps coming out. Do you get what I mean? So it's more appealing and more people want to listen to it. It's like there's no kind of like challenge anymore with music. There's no let's try something fucking new. Do you know what I mean? Let's try and like really get into people's fucking hearts with this music, because that's what I love about music.
Still to this day, I am all about my rock. So I like originality. I like instruments. Like one of my favorite, like I said I like my heavy metal. I like my rock music. I like rock and roll, you know, like the old school 1950s rock and roll, but I love blues music.
Blues is amazing.
I fucking love blues music.
I've got to say, like, literally what I was going to talk about just a minute ago. Like, so you like blues music. I bet it's for the lyrics and how much it hits your fucking heart, because that's what blues music does.
It does now, but not when it started.
Yeah.
So, like, for a basic rundown on the blues, when the blues first started, it was in the 1860s, right? Okay. And it was mainly so blues music was created by the African American people, obviously in America, and it didn't start off as blues music, as what we see today. It started off as work music or shout or chant. It was basically stuff like that for when they were working in the fields, all that sort of thing. That's basically how it started.
Yeah,
and it was only brought to light by Antonio Maggio in 1901. When his
like
first
Mississippi or something, wasn't it? Or was it like
it was the deep south? It was the deep south, yeah.
But it sounds phenomenal, mate. And I think like
it does now.
The older blues music's better than the new blues music. Do you know what I mean? Because of the how original it was. And
I like a lot of new age blues, like Warren Haynes and Joe Bonamassa. Eric Clapton, one of the best blues artists you're ever going to fucking get, phenomenal, ever. Eric Clapton was actually. Genius. Yeah, 100%. Even Bob
Dylan.
What
was he in before he became a solo artist? He was in
Cream.
Cream, yeah, that was it.
Cream, yeah. Jimi Hendrix once was in an interview, and the woman was like, "So, how did it feel being the best guitarist in the world?" She said this to Jimi Hendrix, and Jimi Hendrix replied with, "I don't know. You'd have to ask Eric Clapton."
Yeah,
that was amazing.
Imagine hearing that from Jimi Hendrix, though. How fucking cool is that?
Eric Clapton's played with them all. Jimi Hendrix, B.B. King, fucking Eric Clapton's an old dude. Like
Jimi Hendrix was only around for about 3 years. His music career was about 3 years. You know what I mean? And what impact he did in those 3 years is fucking phenomenal. Chris Barrispan, mate. There's a guy from Torquay. He does blues music. You would love it, Jace. Honestly, check it out. I'll send you a link later. And you're right, Nate. It is hard with music now with the amount of notes, chords, and stuff like that. So it is people trying new things. But like I said, I'm like my personal opinion. I'm a big lyrical guy. I'm a big like I need something to fucking not make me cry. I'm not talking about crying about music or something. I need something to hit home. I need something that's there and it makes sense. If you know what I mean, then just fucking waffle. I can't cope with just waffle.
I do. That's why I like blues a lot. So, like, I don't know if you've ever heard of any of Warren Haynes' music. I'd recommend it. I can send you a couple of songs in a bit.
Yeah.
Joe Bonamassa's music. It is blues, but it's more crossed with rock and roll. So it's like rock and roll blues.
Yeah.
Old school blues. Like, for instance, everybody knows the band ZZ Top.
Of course.
Billy Gibbons is a fucking artist. Like, the guy's a fucking genius. You know, even Creedence and Clearwater Revival. That was based on a blues rock and roll sort of genre, and everybody knows Creedence Clearwater. Everybody knows them, and they might not know the name sometimes, but they all know their music.
Yeah, I love the
Green
sound
River.
of like a harmonica, and I love the sound of a banjo. Like a lot of people don't like it, but I fucking
So,
love it, man. Like folky
and
kind of
like
music.
would blues be my favorite, right? One of my favorite artists wasn't necessarily blues, but was inspired by blues, was Bruce Springsteen. And just when you said there about the harmonica, Bruce Springsteen did a lot of harmonica stuff. So did Bob Dylan, Stephen Van Zandt as well. Everybody knows him on the New Age from playing in Sopranos or the TV show Lilyhammer on Netflix. But Stephen Van Zandt actually started with the E Street Band
it's
with Bruce
insane, isn't
Springsteen
it?
and
You
Bob
just
Dylan.
you wouldn't put that together, would you? At all? If you
Would you fuck? Absolutely
No.
not. Absolutely. And he's
No.
a massive humanitarian. He went on to do the AIDS shows in Africa and he went on to do his own stuff as well. Proper hippie. He's a fucking, the guy's a dude. Like,
mate, I think he does like podcast stuff, and now with Joe Rogan, he's on with them a lot, and that's really cool.
yeah. The Chris Barras band. Is that the one
man,
you're talking
honestly,
about?
I'll send you a link later. He's from Torquay. He's actually like a kickboxing fucking champion as well. He's a really cool guy.
Signed by the same label as Joe Bonamassa. I love Joe Bonamassa. Honest to fucking God, love Joe Bonamassa. I like okay, so Bruce Springsteen. You know what his genre is like. He brought out the album A New Hope. And one of his old music, one of his songs, was The Ghost of Tom Joad. It was pure harmonica, music, and guitar, obviously.
Sorry, mate. Didn't Rage Against the Machine do a cover of that?
Of Ghost of Tom Joad?
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Oh, I have no idea. I'm going to check it out.
I'm just going to carry on with your story. I'm just going to check.
Yeah, so Ghost of John Toad? Fuck. You fucked me up.
Yeah.
He did the exact same song because it's his song on the new album, the New Hope album, and instead of the harmonica, it was heavy metal. And honest to fucking God, he smashed it. It was amazing. MMA fighter. I'll need to look him up. You'll need to send me the link for them
Dude, I will do
that
it.
Chris Barras.
Yeah, the Chris Barras band are fucking phenomenal. I'm sure fucking Rage Against the Machine did a song. And I'm sure they did that cover. Anyway, but see, I my major passion in music was punk music. So I was like really into Rancid and stuff like that, and No Effect.
Clash.
And all that thing. No, not so much. I think like the Rancid, No Effect kind of thing was where I started getting into punk when I started listening to them.
The Clash are they were classed as punk rock music, maybe. I don't know what they were classed as. What's that?
The
Ghost of Tom Joad, Rise Against the Machine. Yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to that.
Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna be as good as Bruce Springsteen.
I probably won't be, but the fact that a band like Rage Against the Machine did a cover of a Bruce Springsteen.
Well, look at all right. So everybody knows the TV show Friends, right? Monica, or Courtney Cox, there's the real name. She was in one of Bruce Springsteen's songs as the video. She was in the video of it. I can't remember the name of the fucking song now. I think I don't know. There's that other that band. They're a folk music band. They're not really blues. What's the name of them? I can't remember their name. They do Lion Man, the song Lion Man. Fuck, what's the name? No, I can't remember. They just brought out a new album too. Went fucking blank, but they did it with Bruce Springsteen as well. I'll tell you, Bruce Springsteen did a fucking phenomenal cover to Prince's Purple Rain.
Right, okay, that's cool.
You should listen to that if you haven't got a try. Anybody else listening to that? Have you ever
I
heard
think we
Prince
need to
Purple Rain?
do a podcast on people doing covers. Do you know what I mean? Literally do like cover songs and maybe fucking highlight some of the music and stuff like that. But
it's honestly, it's so good. Most cover music is amazing. It's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, punk music was a big thing in my growing up, and like music wise, I was even a lead singer in a punk band at one point, which was fucking awesome.
You sing, Kevin?
Dude, I can't sing. That's the good thing about punk music. You don't need to fucking sing. Nate, honestly, I actually really
Mumford
like
and Sons. That's the fucking one.
I
Thank
like
you, Nathan. Mumford and Sons actually done music with Bruce Springsteen.
Wow,
Thank you,
okay,
Nathan.
that's fucking cool.
That was driving me crazy. I was actually thinking about it there in my head. Little Lion Man, that was the name of the song too.
That's cool as fuck, man. That's cool as
Yeah.
fuck. So yeah, going through different I mean, we could sit here with a podcast and go on for 10 hours with music. I think it's just a hard subject to keep going on about different. There's so many genres in there. Do you know what I mean? Like I could sit and listen to. I remember like my daughter growing up and having to listen to like the CDs in the car and stuff like that, and listening to like the Disney albums and stuff like. And I remember fucking driving and singing my little fucking heart out with her. Do you know what I mean?
I still sing Disney music. All right, like Phil Collins did some pretty good fucking Disney music.
Dude,
so
Phil
did Hans
Collins,
Zimmer.
I saw Phil Collins live. That guy is fucking brilliant. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That guy, he can sing. He can play fucking instruments. He's kind of got everything. He writes music. You know what I mean?
Like just like Eric Clapton, he went on. He had his own band before he went single, didn't he? It was Genesis.
He was with Genesis, yeah. Which
yeah,
and I love Genesis, but they do get a lot of stick. He looks so good. Yeah. No, you're right. What are you laughing at? You can't.
Nothing. Just you.
No, what are you laughing at? You fucking prick.
Just a whole. Oh, they get a lot of stick. You had to put it in there, Kevin. We don't care what you like. It's fine.
No, they do get a lot of stick. Genesis was like one of those bands that you either liked them or you didn't. Do you know what I mean? And I genuinely liked them. I thought they were.
I don't like them. I like some Phil Collins music, but I don't like some Genesis. But it's the same with Eric Clapton. I love Eric Clapton. Love all his music. His new album's fucking shit, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's hit and miss really with music. Do you know what I hate? The fact that you can really, really love a band, like. Or you start with that, you get an album come out and you love every song on that album. Then the next album comes out, or you hear one song from the new album. So you go and get the new, like this is before Spotify and stuff like that. So you went and bought CDs, yeah? So you go and buy a CD for one fucking song and the rest was shit. And it was so fucking like heartbreaking because you put so much effort into this band and then it was fucking terrible. Do you know what I mean?
I did that with Fall Out Boy. That the album I Know What You Did in Dark. That whole album was fucking amazing. From front to end, it was great. Listen to it. And then the album that came out after that, with the American album, whatever it was, can't remember the name of it. Fucking garbage. I didn't like one music on it. I was like, fuck is this?
Sum 41 did one like that, didn't they? They brought out Fat Lip, which was a fucking phenomenal album.
Everybody knows that from American Pie. Let's fucking go.
But do you know what I mean? And it's just like, it's so disappointing. Like the good thing is now you got Spotify, so you pay what you would pay probably for a CD back then. You pay for a month's fucking Spotify, maybe. Yeah, I think that's fucking good. You know what I mean? And you can pick so much different music from it. It's unreal.
Stretch, I hope you're on call right now, guys. We need to fix out our Zoom call. So we're using Zoom at the moment. We need to fix it out. So we need to do a slight interval. It's only going to take 2 seconds. We've got 3 minutes left. So I think what we'll do is we'll jump off now and then come back on in the next 2 minutes. So if you guys can hang fire for us, we'll be 2 minutes.
We're still going to be live, but we're not going to be here for like 30 seconds, guys. So just give us a little heads up, but we'll be right back, guys. Just take a little break, go and have a piss, go and do what you got to do, and we'll be right back, guys.
We'll be back to you after these messages.
need to turn back now.
We're back in the room. Fucking hell, man.
So you were talking about CDs, prices, Spotify and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like what I was saying is like, I used to buy a lot of CDs, like a lot of music and stuff like that back in the day. And even back then, you're talking like $9.99 for a fucking CD back in.
Yeah.
You know, that was.
And then
quite
when CDs first
expensive.
came out, they were like 20 quid, right?
Yeah, man, it was an expensive. I remember my old man getting a CD, like it was a CD double tape fucking record player when I was about 7
Fucking
years
12
old.
discs in the top, and then they had the big fuck off pumping squeakers.
The funny thing is, he paid like I'm talking. This was a lot of money back then. Do you know what I mean? This was like a good amount of money, and he had a collection of LPs as well. And he had in his LP a Rolling Stones fucking LP, which was really collectible. It was called Sticky Fingers by thing, and it had an actual zip on the front
By
for the
Thing.
jeans. Huh?
By Thing. Sticky Fingers by Thing.
It was called Sticky Fingers by the Rolling Stones. Okay,
I know.
and on the front it had a pair of jeans, and this was a special kind of fucking album because it had on the jeans the zip for the front of the thing was an actual real zip. That was his pride and joy. Now me here, I was about I must have been a bit older. It was when NWA came out. I
And
was
you
like,
wanted to
this
see
is
what was
cool.
under that zip, didn't you, Kevin? You zipped
No,
that thing
no.
up and down.
I went into his LPs and got out the Rolling Stones LP. I decided to fucking scratch it, do some scratching on the
shit.
fucking. Yeah, dude. Yeah. So one, I wrecked the actual needle on the fucking LP. Two, I messed up his real collectible fucking LP, and I was in a bit of trouble, let's just say the least. So
I like the Rolling Stones, actually. I quite enjoy them.
okay,
Keith, that's Keith. Is it Keith Richards?
Keith Richards, man. Keith Richards.
Yeah. So,
That dude's
Keith
fucked up,
Richards,
That dude had done so many fucking drugs, man.
unfucking believable. Do you know one of his good friends right now, and has been for a long time, who he plays music with, is an actor, Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp is not only a great actor. First ever film was Nightmare on Elm Street, by the way.
The boyfriend.
He plays the guitar exceptionally fucking well, and he plays with Keith Richards. He does a little bit with Bob Dylan. He does have a little bit on YouTube, actually. He's really good at his music. He's a good singer too.
Talking fucking like older bands, I was reading something the other day about, I think is it Danny Boyle who's doing a documentary on the Sex Pistols at the moment.
Yeah,
He's making it,
yeah.
and they're not including Johnny Rotten, which is what's he called? Because obviously Sid's dead, and then you got, is it John
Yeah.
Lydon? I think he's called from Sex
Don't know.
Pistols. There's a big lawsuit going on about them not including him in the set. How can you not include Johnny Rotten in the Sex
Yeah.
Pistols documentary?
Well, I mean, it's not hard. Look at the Beach Boys.
Yeah, but Johnny Rotten was this guy who, in I think it was 1980, did an interview with. I can't remember. It was a famous. He was interviewed by somebody famous, and he was the one who started talking about Jimmy Savile and the BBC and stuff like that, and he was trying to get it out there, and nobody fucking believed him. And I'm talking, this was 20, 30 years ago. I'll send you a link to that, and if anybody wants to look it up, they're more than welcome. But it's very peculiar that he knew about all this stuff, and he was trying to fucking out them all as well, which was fucking interesting. But they never released that documentary or that interview because of that thing. And then the BBC banned him from ever being interviewed by him again.
The BBC are the most corrupt cunts on the planet. I'm not gonna get ranted into the cunts because I'll end up ranting on about them, but fuck them.
Yeah. Anyway, music on.
Music. So I mentioned the Beach Boys there. And the reason why I did that is because you said about how can they not put in Johnny Rotten.
Yeah.
The Beach Boys did something similar. So for anybody that has listened to the Beach Boys, I would say 80% of their music isn't actually been written by the Beach Boys. It was actually written by the drummer's boyfriend,
Oh, really?
Charles
Okay.
Manson.
Yes, it was, man. No,
Yes,
you're
it
fucking
fucking
100%
was.
right, dude. I remember that. Yeah.
Charles Manson used to rape the drummer, and then they ended up in a relationship, which was weird. And he actually wrote majority of the Beach Boys' music. It was all
How
written by
crazy is that?
Charles Manson. That's
How
crazy,
crazy
yeah.
is the fact that like the Beach Boys was such a hype, like fucking energetic,
Yeah.
feel good band that was written by fucking such a not a murderer because he never murdered anybody, did he?
No.
He
No,
crazy cunt and all that.
he influenced it.
Yeah, he was like the fucking Jesus of
Role model.
that.
Oh.
Yeah. 2 seconds. Yeah.
No, it's 9:00. It's time for his coffee. But yeah, no, Charles
Sorry,
Manson, he wrote most of the music for the Beach Boys. Absolutely mental. But he, like, his whole entire influential family Manson thing, that was also inspired by
Really?
like the whole events up until the point where he got jailed, obviously, and the murders and everything.
Yeah.
We're not going to get down to the psychological state of it because that could be a whole new podcast. But it was all influenced by the Beatles song "Helter Skelter." He believed that the Helter Skelter song had subliminal verses on it, on inciting a race war between white and black.
But there was a lot of that kind of shit out there that was actually like, the whole reversal of fucking albums and stuff like that. That was, it's crazy, man.
Yeah,
I mean, music's fucking interesting, dude.
Well, that's like one of the cases. So, like, all right, one of my favorite bands is Judas Priest, right?
Uh-huh.
For anybody that doesn't know them, they're a heavy metal band that were started in Birmingham in 1969, the same year and same town as Black Sabbath. And they rose to, they didn't get much controversy till their first album was the British Steel album, but 1969. So in 1985, they actually had a court case. 2 teenagers, one was 18, one was 20. They listened to, I think it was Shattered Glass or something like that. Or Stained Glass, the album Stained Glass.
Yeah.
And they believed that album has subliminal verses on it. And they actually created a suicide pact and they committed suicide. So the family took them to court for it. It's music. I'll have Bluetooth in the background or infrared in the background, which if you're watching a horror film and music pops up and you're feeling that kind of hype in your chest, that's actually because the music's, it's because the music's got Bluetooth and infrared embedded into it like a binaural beat. And that kind of gives off that sort of motion scare or motion sickness when you're doing shit. That's why they implement music so much in films.
It can also give you that, like, say you're watching, I know it sounds fucking lame, but Britain's Got Talent or something like that, and that feeling on the back of your dude.
Fuck away for that shit, you can't.
No,
this is a respectable podcast.
You're watching somebody for the first time sing a song and they're doing it well, and it gives you that little tingle on the back of you. You know, it's like that's obviously in there as well. You know,
well, that's it. That's the binaural beats. So, but back then the binaural beats wasn't there. You know, it was all words that was there. It was words and actual music. So for them to implement subliminal verses, it's I can't see it happening because that's all technical stuff and techno stuff now. You know, I mean, you'd have to.
Slipknot made an album called Subliminal Verses as well.
Subliminal Verses, yeah, they did. Yeah, it was a great fucking album. Fantastic album.
Album, mate.
Yeah, really good. You should listen to some Mushroom Head if you ever get a chance. Anybody here?
I have. I know exactly.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Like, out of everything you listen to, like Judas Priest is my favorite band. Right? They got so much controversy over the years. Even like in 1997, I want to say, the lead singer Rob Halford, he came out as gay. Controversy around that as well. It was mental. But
especially in 97.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like, Rob Halford is an amazing artist. He's done music with fucking everybody. Five Finger Death Punch, fucking In the Motion, In the Moment. It's fucking great. But what would you say is your favorite heavy metal band?
My favorite heavy metal band? Fuck, dude. That's a genuine. I never expected you to say that tonight.
See, I mean, I love a lot of it. Slipknot, Black Sabbath, old school stuff like that, right? But ultimately, I've been listening to Judas Priest since I was a kid. I love Judas. Even Queen. Listened to Queen since I was a kid as well.
Freddie Mercury is just fucking unbelievable, man. God, if that guy was still alive, imagine what he would have fucking done.
There was a thing after Rob Halford came out as gay in 1997. He was asked about his relationship with Freddie Mercury and all that sort of shit. And they didn't really have one. I mean, they knew each other. They probably did have a sexual thing back in the day, but he never disclosed it because he was dead, all that shit. But he actually said that if Freddie Mercury wasn't gay, Queen wouldn't have got to the hype that they are today because of all
It was
that sort of thing.
Femininity in the actual fucking band that helped.
I can't remember his real name. It was Farouk something.
Oh yeah, he was Indian, wasn't he? Was he Pakistani or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he was. And then he grew up in London with Brian May, Roger Taylor, and what's his name, John Deacon.
Yeah,
I love Queen.
You look at the film Highlander. Every single bit of music in the Highlander is a Queen song.
Yeah, their whole thing. Yeah, absolutely amazing fucking music on it. Who Wants to Live Forever was one of my favorite songs, and that was one of their most chilled out fucking songs too, and it was so amazing.
It's such a fucking he knew he was dying, man. He fucking knew he was dying.
He had the relationship with Elton John and everything, man.
Dude, mate, you actually Linkin Park's phenomenal. Linkin Park.
Farouk Balsara.
They really hit home, and especially with the loss of what's his name?
Chester Bennington.
Chester Bennington, yeah. But I think that made the music even more. It's almost like when somebody dies, it just pumps that fucking music up.
His last ever song, which was I think it was "Leave the Light On," and he sang that. Phenomenal fucking song, by the way. I have a version here that's an acoustic version to a song, and then it goes into that song and then another song, right? I'll send you the link. It's fucking phenomenal. And when Chester Bennington sang that song, I think it was 2 days later, that's when he committed suicide, and then all that shit hit the fan of why he did it.
Sorry, I was just laughing at what Stretch just wrote. He's a fucking knob, isn't he?
What's going on with your fucking camera? You just went all red.
Oh, hello. Yeah. My lights just changed. Hold on.
It's no fucking Amsterdam, can't calm down. I know it's been a while, but you can't simulate that shit here.
Help it, it's a red light district, mate. It's getting to that time. We are rolling over my fucking prostitution time right now, where I've got to fucking put my body out there.
I'll be a pimp.
I can. I genuinely don't think I could answer that question though. Who's my favorite rock band? Because I like, again, going through different eras and stuff like that. Like, I'd rather have a rock band.
Narrow it down, right? Instead of going through on what you think is the best, in your opinion, what about the most influential heavy metal band that's influenced you to be who you are and how you listen to your sort of thing? What would you say? Like, it doesn't matter what genre it is, not sort of genre. Doesn't matter what era it is, so long as it's like heavy metal.
Dude, I'd probably actually say, and like this probably sounds really cliche, but yeah, Slipknot, dude. I think
Slipknot, yeah.
Like not just the heaviness of the music. I can sit and listen to like the some of the versions that Corey Taylor did, which was a more acoustic, softer version, and literally, what a song, man! What a fucking tune!
Fantastic
I think
song.
there's one on the Blister Exists, which really, I think it's
my first tattoo I got, actually, which is there on my arm, it's fucking horrible, is a Slipknot tattoo.
Oh, really?
See, our tech guy, Stretch, you all know Stretch, he says Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne is amazing. Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, doesn't matter. He was crowned Prince of Darkness, right? But he grew up basically a district away, or I don't know what you call it, man, an estate, a scheme, if you want, away, both in Birmingham as Rob Halford, Judas Priest. They both grew up at the same time doing their music. It's a fucking fly in my house and it's doing my tits in.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find this. It was actually on the Subliminal Verses as well.
Was it? My favorite song for Slipknot, I would say, is probably "Spit It Out."
Mate, the video to that where they're live in Reading, fucking phenomenal.
I did the security in 2009 for that festival at Download Festival, Donington Park, and I did the security on the Friday, but it was fantastic. I met Corey Taylor and all that. And then on the Saturday, I actually had that off. I did the day and I had the nighttime off. And he got everybody on the fucking on their knees, 80 odd thousand people on those fucking knees. And on there's a part of spit out where when it's like, what are you going to do when you jump the fuck up? And then he's like, so what are you going to do when I say jump the fuck up? We all were like, we're going to jump the fuck up. And we all jumped up. And this little fucking bastard down in front of me, he jumped up the wrong direction. So as I came up and then came back down, this cunt was coming up. Boom. Nose burst open.
Bye-bye nose.
Burst open.
But
I've never
honestly,
broken my nose, but it burst open.
That part in that, like, that you can obviously watch it live, like the actual, like, it's on YouTube, but the fact of getting 80,000 people onto their knees and to jump up at the same time. Can you imagine watching that from a stage, being the lead singer that's just done that and watching 80,000 people in front of you do that? That's, you know what?
80,000 people is the most amount of people in the UK that is bent the knee for someone. Nobody did that for the kings and queens of old, or even the queen nowadays. I mean, you kind of have to just to kind of get to eye level of the wee bitch, but still.
But the thing is, man, like that, and I know that I've heard like stuff from Corey Taylor where he's turned around and said he actually prefers to come to England to fucking do his like live shows and stuff like that. He gets more from the English crowd, if you know what I mean, and stuff like that.
You know what it is, right? America was known for Western, it was known for blues, but the UK was known for punk and heavy metal.
Yeah,
without a doubt. Don't get me wrong, rock and roll started with Johnny Cash and Elvis Presley when they're all taking ecstasy together, but we had the punk scene, we had the skinhead scene, we had the heavy metal scene, the rock scene, we had it all, you know.
Mods and rockers, dude. It was
man.
That one, like, but the song I was thinking of from Slipknot was Vermilion Part 2. I
liked both versions.
Yeah, I did, mate. But the Part 2 one, this is what I was getting at, the fact that he could literally, his voice was that good.
Yeah.
That the feeling it used to give me listening to that kind of music's phenomenal. Do you know what I mean? And
that's what I mean. That's why Stone Sour was so different. Because there's nothing like Slipknot.
No. Stone Sour reminded me of like Stained and stuff like that, if you know what I mean. That kind of band. Nath, I was the same though. I couldn't get into Slipknot when they first came out. I thought it was fucking trash until I started getting more and more into certain parts of music.
I grew up listening to rock music, but it was rock music. It was like Eric Clapton, Pink Floyd. It was Jimi Hendrix, all that sort of old school shit.
Nickelback, wasn't it? It was Nickelback.
I like Nickelback.
I do, dude.
Yeah, fucking hell, dickhead. But when I've always been into that sort of shit, and I've always been who I am today. However, back in the day when I was going through high school, I wasn't exactly full rocker or full whatever it was. I was a proper little fucking dickhead Ned who listened to MC music, some dance music and remixes and shit, walking around with your Burberry hat, your bottle back fast, and just, you know, taking lines off your fucking arms and shit. You know, that was the stuff that I used to do. And then, I mean, I still listen to that sort of music, but I generally prefer my rock music and my blues music and all that shit now, you know?
Isn't it weird though that you can, like, there was the Offspring. You must, I think everyone knows Offspring. There was one of their songs, and it turns around in one of the
Bon
bits,
Jovi.
Like, music soothes even the savage beast.
Yeah,
and it does. It doesn't matter how fucking crazy or angry you are. There can be a song out there that literally fucking punches you in the chest. And like, there's a certain song that reminds me of my dad before, you know, when he died and stuff like that. And even now, when I hear it, it fucks me up. And like, it's one of my favorite songs by a certain band. Yeah. But sometimes I have to skip it because I know it's going to fucking hurt me for the rest of the day. Do you know what I mean? But it's like
I have one song like that. By Larry Fleet.
Yeah.
Larry Fleet, for anybody watching, fucking type him in, watch him, listen to him. Larry Fleet is a fucking great artist. Yeah, great. He's a country artist too, but it's like modern country. It's really, really good. What the song? One of my favorite songs for him is "The Working Man." What a fucking song! What a tune! Honestly,
my that song that gets me is called "Sad But True," and it's by the Transplants, which is you got Tim Armstrong from Rancid, you got Skinhead Rob, and the drummer Travis Barker as well in this band that they made. They all got together and made this band, and you would probably listen to it and go, how the fuck does that affect him? But there's certain lyrics in it that really fucking hit home to me.
Yeah,
and mean a lot. And that's
I've
what
got
sets
some
me
music
up.
like that as well. Like one of my favorite songs, bands is Shaman's Harvest. So Shaman's Harvest are really fucking phenomenal. Anybody that likes rock music mixed with a little bit of blues with some soul, it's really good. And then I had a hard time a couple of years ago. I was weak in the head and almost did some stupid shit. And then that song came on. The song is called In the End by Shaman's Harvest, and it pulled me back from the brink. I heard it playing from the house. I was in the back garden, and I just stopped what I was doing and went back in the house, and that was it. It was an amazing song. To this day, I'll always listen to it.
That literally reflects to what I just said. Like music soothes even the savage beast. So
Absolutely, yeah.
music can literally change your whole perspective of what you're thinking at that time. You know, a song could put you into deep depression, but a song could literally bring you out of depression as well. Or it can get you over a relationship, or it can get you through a relationship. It can bring a relationship together.
That's it. Music, just as you said, all that, but it can also create a connection between a relationship, or create a connection with someone, or a connection to just various things, you know.
You know what I love? The fact, like, I've sat in the car before with my playlist on, and like people have gone, I really like this fucking song. And this is actually going to like Vermilion Part 2. I had recently had somebody in my car and we were driving somewhere. She was listening to it and she was like, this is really fucking nice. And I went, that's the lead singer from that Slipknot. And she was like, what? Do you know? And it was kind of one of those, nah, that's not Slipknot. Slipknot's fucking rah, rah, rah. Do you know what I mean? It's like, nah.
I'll tell you, a band just like that, and I know what you're going to say here because I know you like it. One of my other really good bands I listen to is Disturbed.
Right.
Disturbed are fucking phenomenal.
I love Prayer by Disturbed. I love Prayer. I think it's a great
I love Disturbed. Absolutely love them. I like a lot of their music, their old music, their new music, their soulful music. But they did a really good Simon Garfunkel version to Sound of Silence, and everybody's listened to it, and you can hear it in his voice. He wants to go full-blown metal to that point, and then he just stops, maintains that tone, and continues and glides, and it's so fucking amazing. His voice is superior.
Do you know what, dude? When I first saw the lead singer of Disturbed, he was like the first person I ever saw with snake bite fucking piercings.
Yes,
with the drop down like goatee kind of thing. I
used to think that they went right through his mouth at one point. You know, I genuinely it looked like it.
He looked cool as fuck. I thought that was fucking cool as fuck. Nath, Linkin Park in the End's a fucking great tune. I think there was recently after Chester died, they still doing music, aren't they? Linkin Park, they're still going out and trying to
they are,
give it to the fans and that. And there was a they did a live show, and they actually let the crowd sing the song, and the emotion going through the whole band, like watching the band was fucking heartbreaking. But the fact that the passion of the crowd singing this song, man, and I think it was.
Well, that's it. I mean, people don't realize that. Like, we sit back, we listen to music, we listen to bands. Like, fucking, you know, these guys did this, these guys did that. The music's amazing, but you don't. Nobody sits down and thinks, well, hold on a minute. They're not just doing music to make us feel better. They're doing music because they're connected to each other and their family, and they're doing this and that. And like when Paul died from Slipknot, Corey Taylor was in fucking bits. He got the tattoo on the back of his leg. He was in fucking tears. Joey died. He was in tears. You know, Chester died.
There was a lot of shit going on between Joey and Corey, wasn't there? There was always a lot of tension between.
Yeah, that's in the past couple of years. Yeah,
I think when Paul died, that's what. Because like Corey and Paul were fucking like close knit, weren't they? They were like,
they were, absolutely. Well, him and Clown, they're really good friends as well. And in fact, Clown's son and Corey Taylor's son have just started a new band, and oh my fucking god, it's like Slipknot Part 2.
You know, I was telling you about that ages ago when I was like, dude, you got to listen to this.
It's like Slipknot Part 2. It's like
it's great.
Yeah, it's mental. But no, like bands, music, all that sort of shit. Like, they make us feel great. But if you really think about it, and you go down to roots of music, they do that not just because they love it, but they do it because it connects each other and it connects them, and it causes like that sort of family scenario where you might not be able to choose who you're born into, but you can choose who you have as family, and that's what
Definitely.
kind of brings that aspect on it. Music.
I love the fact of sharing music. I love the fact
Vended. That's the name of the band. Yeah.
The fact that like me and you have passed so many music to each other, like different stuff and all that.
I give you literally my whole playlist.
I know, right? But it's like I love the fact of if I need to have an emotional fucking breakdown, and we all fucking need it every now and then.
Yeah, we do.
I love the fact that I've like if I go through my play, I would never show anybody my playlist completely of what I've got, because I've got them named like I need like a breakdown. You know what I mean? It's like this is my if I need to fucking have an emotional breakdown one night, I can put this fucking playlist on and I can fucking just have it. You know what I mean?
I have that playlist. It's for me. It's my personal prison is the name I've called it. I sent you it. Now there's a variety of different music on that's meaningful. But there's music on there that some now like we all know I'm an aggressive guy, but there's sometimes I could really do with that breakdown. Sorry. So I put on sort of music that'll cause that sort of computer reset, if you will, to kind of rebuild it,
Yeah, definitely.
But Nathan, you're right. The attachment and emotion that most bands put into each other, their music and all that I think that's what causes us to kind of have that emotional sense as well, because they're not just standing on stage looking like a fucking statue singing in a monotone. They're singing and they're giving off so much soulful nature, and they're having a laugh with each other on stage, or they're having a laugh with each other if they're doing the fucking decks, if they're MCing, whatever the fuck it is. That's what kind of brings on that soulful nature for us. I
think that's what the nice thing about like heavy metal music and your blues and stuff. Like it's not. I don't know if this is the right word, but it's not generic. It's not been made. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, right, we want you to make a band like Simon Cowell.
Well, look at the way that blues was created. It was metal.
Yeah, but this is like people that have sat in their fucking houses singing with each other. This is people that have started bands in their garages, that have that fucking love.
We often find each other on Xbox singing to each other, and I would like to think that that's a joke, and I'm smiling about it. But honest to fucking God, and anybody that's played Call of Duty with us, we fucking sing to each other a lot. Like
it's fucking wrong. Like
it's funny though, because like it's that connection sort of thing, We're not just here having a banter on podcasts. Like generally, even when it's just me and you and there's nobody else around, we'll fucking sing to each other.
I know. Music brings people together. It really does.
It does.
Do you know what I love? The fact like even going to like watching live bands or when you're watching somebody like sing. I'll tell you what the best like I love getting in the car and having a fucking sing to myself, because I'm not a fucking good singer, but when you get like, they say people get in the shower, they have a little sing, you all sound great to yourself, but I love the fact like pulling up to a set of traffic lights in the car and looking across and watching somebody sing in their car to themselves. And it's like, you can see how much
you don't have to be a great singer to do that. I mean, look, right. Okay. Back to Judas Priest, right? Look at Rob Halford's fucking voice. It's been said that you could hear his voice in a fucking snowstorm. His voice is high pitched as fuck, but his music's amazing, Yeah. Or just like Nathan said, Bon Jovi. If we're singing a Bon Jovi song, we'll be singing away to ourselves. Wanted Dead or Alive, singing away. As soon as Living on a Prayer comes on, you get to that pitch with Living on a Prayer. It's like, it's like you're right high up in that one part,
It's fucking crazy, but it's cool. It's fucking nice, and it's such a good feeling. And music. Like, I'd love to sit here all night and talk about music. Obviously, we can't, but it's just fucking beautiful, man. The fact that there's something out there that can bring so many people together. There's something that you can share with people. There's things that you can sit on your own and enjoy. Music has so many up and down emotions, and like you imagine, like watching a film without music doesn't feel right, Or
well, that's what I was saying before about the binaural beat sort of thing. Like they implement it,
Let's get that out. Sorry. It's just it's you can almost thank whoever was there that could, but even just like hitting a fucking like a couple of saucepans, you watch these guys that go out on the streets and they've got saucepans, they've got like plastic fucking bins, and they just make music from it, man. And it's like, wow, That's fucking ace. Do you know what I mean? I love it. I genuinely fucking love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Like, I don't play music at all. I have a guitar, and I would very, very much like to learn the guitar. I have two instruments actually. I've got the guitar, what I want to learn, and my other instrument is
My dick.
it's an ocarina. Eh? What?
I said my dick.
Your dick? Yeah, I'm gonna strum it away. Just gonna
Yeah, mate.
strum between
Yeah.
the bass. No, I have an ocarina. I actually have an ocarina from The Legend of Zelda.
Go and get it. Show
Ocarina of
everybody.
Time. Yeah.
Can you get it? Can you show it to everybody?
It's in my cupboard, but I can get it. Do you want me to get it?
Yeah, no. Just show people what you're on about, because when
Yeah,
you
all right.
first
Give me
showed
2
it to me, I was
seconds.
like,
I'll
what-
fucking grab
what
that
show
shit.
is that?
It's fucking great. Unprofessional, but watch me leave the camera.
But yeah, guys. Sorry. The first live band you went to see, I can't fucking remember, mate. To be honest, I genuinely like. Sorry, Nath. I know you just put that. I'm not sure. What was the first band you went to see, dude? I'm trying to. I'll try and have a little think of who. I didn't really. I was more of a fucking like my social anxiety is fucking wank anyway, so I don't like being in big crowds and stuff like that. I remember going to see System of a Down live. They were fucking next level, phenomenal fucking band that I was really into as well. And seeing them live was fucking joy, pure joy. A band I would have loved to see live, which is totally different music, is Prodigy. I would have loved to see them. Obviously, Keith's dead now, but that would have been cool. But yeah, first live band. It might have been System of a Down, to be honest.
System of a Down. Right.
Right, System. Serge
I
Tankian's
am
got one.
back. That was hard shit getting in my cupboard, you can. I just fucking nutted myself.
Hey, how you doing? Who's Em?
Emmett, our son.
Oh, Emmett. Sorry, man. Fucking.
Okay, so for anybody that played the original Nintendo 64, Zelda Ocarina of Time, this here is an ocarina.
Go on, summon the fucking pixies.
I can't fucking play it, but I don't know how to play it yet. It's like a 12-finger
Failed.
ocarina. It's a sweet potato. That's what it's called. It's got the original seal on it. Fucking it's and it
that's
came
what-
with a songbook.
Stretch just put up crack pipe on steroids. I literally
It
said,
is a
"What's
crack
that?"
pipe,
When
and
he
we're gonna
first showed
do-
me, I was like, "Is that your crack pipe?" Because I didn't have a clue, but that's cool as fuck.
It's
Yeah,
amazing. I will learn how to play it, and I will summon the pixies. I shall create a pixie army, and we shall go to war with the
Did you,
COP26 rejects.
Did you know that that one of the hardest fucking instruments to play is like this thing that you hover your hands over? And the guy from Big Bang Theory who's the main
Sheldon Cooper,
Sheldon Cooper, he in real life can play this instrument as well.
the monotone.
Is that what it's called? The monitor?
Yeah, that was the thing that created the first Star Trek theme song.
But wasn't it like isn't it like the hardest fucking instrument to play or something?
I don't know fucking why. All you're doing is this.
I have no fucking idea. I have no fucking idea. but it's crazy, man. How long we been on for, dude? This is fucking
Jim Parsons. We've been on about an hour and a half, but we've got 5 minutes left remaining of our thing. So because we're using a certain platform, guys, we have to have an interview between. So that kind of shows us our half an hour period.
And
We've
also, we were
5 minutes
once
left.
again genuinely fucking shit this week. Although I'm quite happy with how this podcast has gone, to be honest. Hopefully,
We've got a special feature for you guys. So because we're talking about music, Kev says he was going to sing for us. Please, Kev, give it away. That was shit.
no, I'm just genuinely not fucking singing. Simple as that. So I was just having a little fucking experience myself. Nobody got time for that shit.
I love loads of different music. Absolutely, I listen to loads of remixes too. Like honestly, so if I don't use Spotify, I don't use what's the other one, SoundCloud. I use YouTube Music. So anybody that if I have on WhatsApp or if I have on I think that's actually it. I don't know if I can do Discord, but if anybody wants the various different music genres I have, playlists that I've made, I don't mind sending them to you. Obviously, it will not be the personal prison, but I have
Just,
my rock
guys,
playlist. I've
if
got
you want any of
all
the
sorts.
things we've been talking about or anything like that, you can always put it in the comments
Yeah.
after the video, when the VOD comes out, and you can just like literally write, can you send me this? Can you send me that? Or even you guys put up what bands you like and stuff like that. We're more than welcome to. I will definitely always give something a fucking try, whether I like it or not.
Yeah.
I will try it.
Obviously, everybody has their own playlist, and everybody can make their own playlist, but it all narrows down to someone else's preference. So again, like I'm sure Kev doesn't mind either, but we'll send someone our playlist, and some music you'll know, some music you won't, some music it'll be different. I have different playlists. I've got my metal playlist, I've got my old school hip hop playlist. It's all various different shit, various different remixes. I've even got one playlist that I haven't downloaded yet, and it's like instrumental stuff, you know, bagpipes and pipes and
like,
drums and war drums and all that shit.
And all that kind of stuff really means a lot to me.
Yeah,
you know, and it's like sometimes like listening to like a Lord of the Rings soundtrack, or you know, not.
I have it. I tell you, actually, saying that, right? Anybody here that wants to listen to an absolute phenomenal, talented guy, he does it himself, and he does the harmonica, the guitar, and the flute all at once, is Luca Strickadnoli. All right, so he is phenomenal. Really good fucking instrumental stuff. He does a great Braveheart, a great Sound of Silence, phenomenal. Yeah. Lindsey Sterling,
it's the same as
violinist.
Hans Zimmer. That guy's fucking phenomenal. He does so much fucking music.
Hans Zimmer is pretty good, yeah. Yeah, well, he does it out for everything. Films, back-ends, fucking everything.
He did a tune for True Romance, which is one of my favorite films with Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette, and it's like one of those songs that once you hear it, you can't get out of your head. Are you laughing at True Romance?
No, of course not.
Have you ever seen True Romance?
No.
Dude, I'm fucking actually a little bit disappointed in you.
Well, that's all right. Don't worry about it, Kevin.
You have to watch. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna have a go at him after this. So, like, he needs to.
Yeah, he is. He's gonna have a fucking go. He's gonna strum me, baby. So you guys can see in the chat, the Discord for the podcast is up and running. Anybody that has Discord, join that shit, and we'll put updates on there. For anybody as well, let me just get it up because I can't remember. The TikTok is up and running for podcast as well. And it is, let me fucking get the name of it. IHYK. I'll have you know the initials 21. Yeah. So anybody wants to join them, do that shit. We have a minute left, so we're going to say our goodbyes.
Spotify's down at the moment, guys. We won't be putting any of the things up on Spotify, but remember, you can come back to this and watch the VOD again afterwards. Like Jay said, we've literally got a minute to go, so we're going to say goodbye. But thank you so much, everyone, for coming in. All the likes, all the follows. I mean, like, if you like this one, please put a thumbs up on this. You know, make sure you click the bell so you get fucking notifications when stuff happens. Mm-hmm. We're going to try and do mini clips and stuff like that, so we can have a little highlights, which is going to be on TikTok. And
well, we could really, like, if anybody knows anybody, just follow us on TikTok, get that shit going. As soon as we can get to 1,000 people on TikTok, we're going to do little live versions of that as well. Maybe get people in to talk shit with us. Especially obviously, it'll be not as
finally fucking hang out together and stuff like that again. And, you know, again, we're really trying to get 100 people on this as well, so we can actually open up a real fucking YouTube channel, if you get what I mean. But again,
guys, that's less than a minute. So we're going to go before that's it.
Thank you so much, guys. Much appreciated. Much love from us both. We'll see you next Wednesday. We will get a proper topic up and running, and we'll sort some shit out anyway.
We'll get something sorted.
Guys. Take it easy.
All right, guys. I love you all. See you soon.
Love you too, guys.
Lie with the words you say. You wanna lock me down, I wanna run away. Your twisted fantasy can't keep your hands off me.